This is a Thunder Game Report.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner. The Thunder beginning to work on their final practices now before the start of the regular season, which of course for them begins Wednesday night out at Utah. We talked to head coach Scott Brooks today about some of the things that he wants to see out of his team leading up to that game. And we also had a chance to talk with backup center Steven Adams, who will get all of those backup center minutes on Wednesday at Utah because, of course, Hasheem Thabeet is suspended for that game. So here are Scotty Brooks and Steven Adams.
Coach, guys have been talking about how you do the same drills kind of over and over again each day. Why is it so important to do those things kind of consistently every single day as opposed to switch it up?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same questions you ask every single day. So we have to do it.
Sure.
We have to do it every day to get better.
Right.
No, it's important. We work on fundamentals of basketball, and we try not to go too far away from the drills that we've put in the last so many years. I think the guys understand what we do, and everything is a systematic approach on how we do it, and so we can build it piece by piece, one player at a time, to two-man, to three-man, to a five-man unit. I think that's been our process all along, and it's helped us.
Scott, what are some of the specific things maybe that you're wanting to work on these last few days before the regular season starts?
Just to clean up on the execution. We've talked about going into the camp is to really get better with all the little details. I think we're ready to continue to improve on those areas. We've been together, the core unit's been together quite some time now. And so there's a lot of Thunder knowledge, so we can go from scheme to scheme and understand it pretty good. But it's just brushing up on the important things, just calling out your coverages and making sure all five guys are on the same page so the defense doesn't break down as often. That's basically the point of emphasis the last couple of days of practice.
How important is it early in the season to kind of take a cautious approach and knowing that some of your young guys may struggle at times and just kind of fighting through that?
Well, I never look at it that way. Young guys, old guys, middle-aged guys, I just look at it, they're NBA players. And sometimes you can get caught up in that. There's going to be guys that are going to have a rough start. And it could be a veteran guy, it could be a young guy. So that's just part of sport. You're not going to have everybody playing at the highest level at all times, and I understand that. That's why you have a team full of guys that are eager and hungry and motivated to play. But the thing I look at with our young guys, it's just the game is fast. Those extra 11 seconds you get on a college shot clock, you can run an offense and make multiple passes and set the offense up again and still have plenty of time to get the last shot. And that's just some of the biggest things that younger players have to understand, that the game is faster. You have to change ends of the court much faster. So those are the things I will be patient with. But the execution, they understand what we do, and we put enough time into their process that they should be able to pick that up. But hard work, effort, determination, that has nothing to do with how old you are. It's just who you are and how we play. And if that's not at the level that's that's when there's a problem.
Do you remember any particular bad stretches for Kevin or Russell early on in their career, maybe rookie year, that you can kind of look back on and maybe tell Jeremy if he's struggling like even these guys struggle at times?
Well, I mean, when Kevin came in, it was such a different situation. It was everything was new, and we didn't have the team wasn't as good. So the younger guys coming in now, it's twofold. You're on a better team, but by being on a better team, it's harder to get on the court. But by it's hard to get on the court, you have plenty of time to learn in practice and before practice and all the times that we put our guys to get our guys together. I think it's a great opportunity. We have a very good team, and guys are excited about the start of the season.
Scott, how have you seen Kevin grow this year from last year? Kevin's growth.
He's gotten stronger. I think he's been through a lot of playing in the summer with Team USA, but by doing that, it does take away some of his individual work that he loves to do and put the time in. But I think his strength has improved. He spends a lot of time working on his condition, on his body, but his leadership. I think from a leadership standpoint, that has improved a lot because he's been through a lot of battles at such a young age. And guys, he has a lot of respect from a team because of the work that he puts in. He leads by example, but I would say the last couple of years been more. He's been able to more, I guess, he's verbalized it much more, his leadership, instead of just being the worker that we all know him as.
Coach, has there been anything in your offense or your defense this year that's not in there from last year that you just decided defensively, this is not working, I'm going to get rid of it, or offense that you liked and wanted to add to it or got rid of?
Well, we've added some offensive sets and some offensive concepts that we think that's going to help us with our spacing and our cutting and our ball movement. That's not to say that we're not going to take advantage of our individual skills to get to the basket and get to the free throw line, because that's what we do. You perform as a team, but you have to also utilize the talents that you have. We have guys that can attack the basket, so we utilize the free throw line because we know we have guys that can put the ball on the floor that can get to the basket with one dribble from the three-point line. But defensively, we haven't added much to that because we've always believed that we just want to stick with what we do and try to do it at a high level. And we've done a great job with that the last 3 or 4 years.
Have you done?
Before Grant rudely interrupted, about Kevin's mental growth on the court, but just mentally, have you seen areas where he's grown?
Way to go at Grant a little bit. Oh, that's right. His mental, I think he's experienced a lot of basketball, and a lot of times we do forget because he's only 25 years old, but he's played a lot of high-level basketball games and tournaments overseas and NBA finals, and just those experiences, they help you as a basketball player mentally and physically. I think he's done a great job of understanding the game. The game, as you mature in this league, the game becomes a little slower for you. Like I said, that's one of the hardest things for younger players because the game is so fast, and your thought process is at a speed that it's hard to make all the right decisions. But I think he's really sees the game at a very comfortable pace, and I think that's really helped the mental side of the game.
Thanks, Coach. Specifically, last one for Utah.
We definitely are adding some things to our practice plan that can help us prepare, but we're still really focusing on what we do.
Stephen, what have the last couple days of practice been like for you guys, just in preparation for the season?
It's been good, and yeah, it's just going off the games and what we got to work on and stuff like that. Same old stuff, and yeah, we're just really picking up on defense as usual. So. Yeah.
We see you doing a lot of different drills out there. Which ones have been most helpful for you in particular?
Helpful for me. It's hard to say which one was the most helpful. All of them are helpful because I'm still learning the system, so I can't really pinpoint which drill actually does the most help. But yeah.
Stephen, what did the preseason do for your confidence?
I don't know. Nothing really. Just been listening to the coaches really. That's where I got my confidence from really. It's from the coaches, and they've been just doing drills, as you said, like working out each day, and yeah, that's all it's from.
Were you pretty happy though with how things went for you in the preseason? I mean, you averaged 8 points and 8 rebounds.
Oh yeah, no. I don't care about the stats thing. I'm more concerned with the growth and how I'm going to contribute to the team in any way. And so, like, you know, the stats were whatever, like they came, but it was more of like the defensive rotations that I made sure that I got down and, you know, running the floors and whatever the coaches said that I was mainly concerned with. And that's what I'm most, like, happy about, really. That's where I progressed the most.
How much NBA did you watch growing up? Any?
I was a rugby guy. Yeah.
When you were in college last year, did you, knowing that, you know, that was maybe something down the road, did you watch it at all, or was?
Nah.
So when you go into these games against opponents, you know, Carlos Boozer, have you ever even heard of these guys?
I mean, yeah. Now that I'm in the NBA, I have heard of those names and stuff, but still, yeah, I need to get my study on. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I need to study these players because I need to know what they're good at and their personnel. So, yeah.
Steven, what do you think is most likely to transfer from what you did well into the regular season?
I guess just energy, just running up and down the floor and playing defense. Really, yeah. Those are the main things, and just, you know, just as I said, all they've been working on with me is just like making sure, teaching me the systems and stuff like that. So that's all I'm going to try and I ain't going to change anything for the regular season because they've been, you know, all these workouts are for how they want me to play. So if I change it, then there's kind of no point really.
Is your level of comfort higher now? Is your level of comfort in terms of what they're asking for from you, different looks offensively and defensively, where you need to be? Are you at a higher level now as a result of preseason?
No, I guess I'm the same. I'm not too sure. But that I've always been comfortable with whatever they tell me to do. Yeah, it's just, they keep it quite simple for me, and everything else is just a bonus. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Steven, almost half your rebounds were offensive rebounds. Have you always been a good offensive rebounder? What makes you good at it?
As I said before, Coach MB, Mark Bryan, he's been doing a good job in teaching me like little tricks on how to get ready for the offensive rebounds and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess it's just I don't know. He kind of gave me confidence in like wanting to chase down every offensive board. So that was mainly what it's for.
Easy way to get putbacks and score some points.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. So those are bonuses if I do end up scoring them. But, yeah.
Steven Adams has been impressive in the preseason. The 8 points and 8 rebounds he's averaged, if you figure those on a per 36-minute basis, those numbers go up to 12 points and 12 rebounds. So it'll be interesting to see how Adams does with all of those backup center minutes when things are for real out in Utah on Wednesday night. Thunder will have Sunday off. Then they're back here on Monday and Tuesday for practices before flying to Salt Lake City later on Tuesday. We'll keep you updated all weekend and all next week right here on ThunderGameReport.com.